We are in one crazy market. Look, it could be overwhelming if you've received multiple offers on your property. I'm going to go through some tips on actually how to handle them, maybe before you go ahead and list your property in this market, or maybe you just list your property and you're about to receive some offers. So here's some tips for you guys. And be sure you speak with a real estate attorney in your state, because every state is different on how you handle a real estate transaction. So you want to make sure that you guys are not breaking any laws. So be sure to speak to your real estate agent as well as a real estate attorney. Now, the first tip, if you're receiving multiple offers, is go back to every person, every real estate agent or buyer, and explain that you're looking for the best and final offer by so-and-so date, by say 5 p.m. on that date. Now, you can spread this out over 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. It's completely up to you, and that allows you time to review all offers, but also allows time for other offers to come in as well. The next thing is online, and maybe in the MLS, you may want to state that you guys are in a multiple offer situation and you guys are looking for final and best. Now, this is completely up to you. I know some real estate agents won't do this because they do want to procure more offers, and some people might not necessarily want to make an offer or even look at the property if it's a multiple offer situation. So some agents and some sellers will elect not to do this, and then others will because they just don't necessarily want to waste certain people's time. So in any case, you can instruct your real estate agent, or if you're selling yourself, to put online that you guys are looking for final and best by a specific date and time. Now, if you're in this final and best scenario situation, you guys are going to want to maybe hold open houses at specific, maybe multiple times in, a 1 to 2 day period, maybe 3 day period, multiple times each day, and treat it almost like an auction style, because you can really save a lot of time and headaches by getting a lot of people in within say an hour and a half, from say 10 to 11, and then the same day it's from 6 to 7 o'clock. You can get a lot of people through the door if you're having that much activity on your property, and you can do that over several days, and it's a lot easier than having your traditional showings coming up at different times. The next thing is summary of offers. Now, work with your real estate agent, or if this is yourself, you're going to want to really just pull out a summary of every single offer, the most important items of the offer. For one thing, obviously price. Another thing is inspection period and how long that inspection period is. Another thing is if they're going to pay cash or financing. If they are financing, how long of their contingency they have for that financing, and also maybe close date. So you want to pull whatever is important to you guys per each offer. You want to pull those out of every offer and kind of utilize that as a guide of summary of each offer. This way you can make an informed decision on picking and choosing the right offer for you guys. The next thing is, it's important that you guys choose the best offer for you. Look, highest offer might not be the best offer for you. So prime example, let's say something's going on and you guys have to get out of the property and move up north, or move to another state to be with a family member, and you guys need to close that property quickly. Now, you might have a cash offer that might be a little bit lower, maybe 10 grand lower, but they can close in a week's time, and that'll allow you to free up that cash and move on with your life. And now that offer obviously is not the highest offer. You might have a higher offer that's contingent upon financing, and now that finance deal could fall through and then just delay things for you. And understand that it may not necessarily be the highest offer. The next thing is, after you've chosen an offer to go with, don't be afraid to negotiate. You can still negotiate with the best offer that you've chosen. So you might be able to get them up a little bit more in price. You might be able to change some of the inspection deadlines or financing contingency deadlines. You might be able to change up the close date. So when you guys are asking for final and best, that's not necessarily the best that's going to come from a buyer. It might be, but you don't know until you ask. So you could actually still alter that offer once you guys have chosen the right buyer for that property. The next thing is, you want to treat every person and every offer with respect. Look, every person that came through your property and took the time to actually sit down with their agent and create an offer for the property, it took time, effort, and energy to do that, and you guys want to acknowledge that and you want to respect that. And now, if you're not going with that offer, you guys are going to want to put in writing that the seller does reject that offer and we appreciate you guys putting the offer together, but they have chosen another offer to go with. The next thing is ask every buyer that you did not go with if they want to be notified if something happens or something falls through. Look, real estate transactions, they do fall apart, and it is important that you guys have a backup plan, because the last thing you want to do is choose a buyer, it falls apart, and then you guys go back to market. Why not have the ability to go back to specific buyers that are waiting on the sidelines, that have already looked at your property, that have already shown interest, that have already made offers, and you have a pool of those buyers to choose from again. So ask if they want to be notified if something falls through. The next thing is remain as calm as possible and unemotional as possible. I know it's easier said than done, but things do come up in real estate and it could be overwhelming, especially if you have 4 offers or 15 offers. I mean, we've seen some transactions happen where there have been 30, 40 offers. So it can be overwhelming at times, and it's important for you guys just to remain calm throughout this process. Now, if you guys are in the buying market, or if you sell your property and you're going to be a buyer in the same market, you're going to be competing against other people that are buying, and I did another video on how to have a competitive advantage if you guys are buying real estate in this market right now. So check that out next, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot.